So today, what I want to talk to you about is what you do for a living. I mean, I grew up and everybody told me, get good grades, go to college, get a good job, retire. They failed to leave out that getting good grades is okay, but what do you really learn except how to take a test and not to ask the help of others, can't cheat, and then go to college and do the same with tests and not cheating, but you got to pay for it, thousands and thousands of dollars. Then go get a job, start off at the bottom, not make very much money at all in what you do for what you just went to college for, and then slowly try to work your way up, but at the same time you're paying off all that debt for your college. And then after 40, you're still in debt. Should you really retire yet? No, let's wait till 50 years. So now you're 70. Okay? The reality of the 21st century is we are going to not be able to retire from daily jobs until we're 65 or 70. Because you can't. There's so much going on, and everybody lives below their means. So you can't really retire. When you do finally retire, your retirement, inflation has completely stolen. Especially if you're like 401k or something. Your inflation is taking away so much of what you thought would be good money. When I was a kid, I looked at the situation and said, yeah, nobody's going to think I'm smart because I didn't go to college. I want everybody to think I'm smart, but I really looked at the situation and said, man, there are a lot of people out here making way more money. Didn't go to college. And they went to maybe a trade school or just got into a business and let the business teach them. So like a job or something that did that, and I was like, I gotta find something that doesn't involve going to college because there's no money in it. It's so much hassle. 4 years of not making money. Instead of making it, you're spending it, and then you gotta pay that debt off at the first job you get, not making a ton of money. So I had that thought in the back of my head the whole time, and then the Navy called and I said, maybe go to the Navy for free and get taught. Actually, I get paid to get taught to do something. Okay, well, let's see what I can do. Long story short, I'm colorblind. I really couldn't do much, but paperwork jobs and stuff, and I can't stare at a paper and read a paragraph, let alone a sentence, without my mind going, oh, look, a squirrel. What was I reading? Which book was it? I forget. I can't. So, long story short, I went reserves, and then I got out, just started working. I got out of active. I was only active for 11 months because I went reserve. And from the get-go, I was like, I can't do that. I have to do something. So I went reserve. Still want to get taught. I still want to learn something. Still want to do that. But I just started working construction. Because construction, you can get in. You can make $30,000, $40,000 a year. Not too bad. Making $12, $13 an hour. Working 60 hours a week maybe. And then I got this one job finally. Before I got married. I was about 4 or 5 years in the Navy, and it was a rigger for a crane. I was making $15 an hour. We were working anywhere between 60 and 80, sometimes 90 hours a week. And I was like, I'm making good money. I did it for about 4 months, and then got married and worked a different job that was less hours. But in the back of my mind, I was like, my buddies in the City of the Crane, they said they went to some crane school. It was like a trade school. Didn't cost them too much, and they paid it off real fast when they got done because they were the crane operators sitting in the crane cab make a lot more money than me. That sounds pretty good, man. So I'm working at this other place, and finally, you know, I get double carpal tunnel in each hand. I was slaughtering cows. We were slaughtering cows, getting covered in blood and guts and abscess, rotten, cancerous abscesses. It just pop and you like makes you want to vomit all over. It's like 90 to 100 degrees at all times. You have sterile water at 190 degrees, almost boiling, steaming up into you all the time. You have chainmail all over you, and then rubber on the outside of the chainmail. So you're like a hot sauna suit, and you're cutting these cows. Like, I mean, I remember cutting so many udders off, and they can weigh anywhere from 30 to 150 pounds nonstop, cow after cow. I mean, we did 1,700 cows a day, and a light day would be 1,500 cows. That was a light day. We didn't get enough done that day. It was like, oh my goodness. But, you know, I did that for a while. I think I lasted about a year, and I started getting double carpal tunnel in my hands. And I was just like, I'm going to go to crane school, you know? I guess God put that thought in my mind, like, do this. And I was like, okay, I'll go. So signed up to crane school. My parents gave me the loan. They gave me the money so that I didn't have to take out interest for it. It's not exactly like college because it's a quick 4-month crane school, and I got 11 crane licenses, different kind of cranes, 11 different kind of cranes, because I knew that I would need a wide variety. You know, go out and be like, I can do any crane. What do you want me to do? So when I'm looking for a job, so we jumped in our $1,600 Hyundai Accent. It had 140,000 miles on it, maybe, or something. We were just like, we need something. So my parents actually, part of the money they lent us was the money to buy that little car, because my car at that point was just broken down. They look kind of cool. Driving around like these huge 7-foot tall tires, and they're just like big bubbles. Car to get out drive over anything. Out there, and you put your augers down. And that was just in October, right when the winter was starting. All those cranes, Wisconsin. And then that job, I stuck with the job site. I believe it was from June until January. Got less snow, about 7. Like it was dry, no humidity. It wasn't as cold. Yeah, so. Sun Prairie, Wisconsin was where the school was, and I got all 11 crane operator licenses, got my rigger and signal license for NCCO certified. So, did that, and like, wow. It was like, I had a job before I even finished. They wanted me to skip the last bit of my school and to start working. I was like, no, I got to get my CDL, got to do that. So, I got my CDL, and then I left. It was 4 months total of school. Went to Texas, started working for a company down there. Was doing a lot more shoveling with a shovel than I did operating a crane by far. Probably an average of 3 hours a week of crane operating. But turned around and was able to then get a job in Virginia Beach, working for a different crane company. Paid me $37 an hour. And I was like, wow. And they were like, we're going to teach you. And I said, wow. I only have 4 months experience on little boom truck cranes, but teach me. And they did. I learned so much. I learned so fast. I was just like, I'll do it. Let me learn. So I learned how to operate crane, big crane, small crane, lattice. So job site ended, and I had already had a connection to work at a different company in a tower crane, same place, Virginia Beach, which was awesome. Started working in a tower crane, and I was just like, wow, I'm making $43 an hour. You know, whoa, I'm making anywhere between $2,500 and $3,000 a week. Take home money was $1,700 to $2,000. Wow, okay. Now I'm making more money I've ever seen in my life, but, you know, 40 years, where am I going to be? Making $40 to $50 an hour doing the same thing. Working 60 hours a week, maybe more, sometimes more. I want to see my family. What can I do? What can I do? And then my buddy John McConnell.